Yeah, man.
Damn, look at the Grizzlies are whooping the
Bring a little towards me,
Timberwolves.
'cause I can't see my face.
The Heat beat the Hawks.
Okay,
There you go.
I knew the Grizzlies.
I thought the
was gonna
Hawks would
beat
win
the
that
shit out.
series. I did.
Oh, they lost? The Heat beat them
What
again?
happened? What was that?
Nah, the Heat looks good, man. The Heat looks good.
Yeah, now I took my son to his first game. It was like a triple
The Heat
overtime.
looks good, bro.
He was sold.
For real.
Yeah, I
Kyle
actually want to
Lowry
take him
was a
to
great move, man.
to a playoff game, but I just found out he wasn't doing too well in school. Well, not to my expectations. So,
But I mean, playoffs only once a year. Come on.
yeah, I'm gonna give him a few ticks. I'll probably take him like a week.
All right, we're rolling. Let's go. I didn't even know we were like live yet. We were just talking shit. All right,
We've
cool.
been live.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm on Facebook Live too.
We got Benzino back. Listen,
Yo.
could I start this off?
Yes.
I need a moment of silence.
Let's go.
Yo, shout out to everybody that has been there for me along this process, 10-month process of my baby boy entering the world. Some of the dopest shit ever. Super grateful. My glass is empty. Look at me. Look at that.
Congrats,
I'm gonna
man.
still
Me
clap
too.
it up, right?
Congrats.
Fake sick.
Congratulations, brother.
So much has happened. So much advice has been given. So much fucking effort has been put forth. So many people that have been there. I'd like to shout out my family, Millie, Susie, Gitos, my mom, Jocelyn, my dad, my girl's family, her mom, her sisters, everybody that dropped down to send gifts to the crib, to show up to the baby shower, the fly ass outfits I got for the baby. Man, I couldn't like. It's emotional thinking about the support that was given, the conversations that I had with people just to cool me out. Kelvin, I really appreciate that conversation we had the other day. Completely
Anytime,
chilled me out. He said some of the and I ain't even gonna share it on air, but he said some of the realest shit to me that like made me feel like okay. You know what I mean? Because I was walking around with like Benzino over here. You know what I mean? Shoulders tight. But it's dope, man. I appreciate everybody. And then a special shout out, obviously, to my girl. 26 hours of labor. You know what I mean? And she fought, she battled it out. She took it like a workout. You know what I mean? If me and her have gone through the ups and downs and everything, and this moment right here brought us so close together. You know, I think she now she knows that daddy's here and daddy's here to stay. And it was a super, super dope ass fucking, like I can't even explain it, but I'm so proud of her for everything she went through. She's a warrior. You know what I mean? You think that like I mean, again, first time dad, like Kelvin's mentioned here a few times today, right? And you'd think that first time dad, you know, after this all over, she goes right to sleep. This girl's walking around the hospital. She's like, can I go pee? She just wants to get right off the bed. I'm like, this girl really is like a Super Saiyan. So I love you, Joa. Thank you so much for bringing my baby boy on this earth safe, healthy, and dope, man.
That's what's up.
So I just wanted to say that because I'm a happy camper right now, all right?
Congratulations.
Salud.
Congrats, man.
Appreciate you.
I'm almost emotional. I don't even know you, bro. I'll tell you, man. I'm almost emotional, man. Honestly, man,
appreciate
I
you.
miss my son so freaking much. So what's crazy is this is your show, not mine.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Talk.
But you even have the guy that works for you right here, your producer. His name's Landon. That's my son. So that doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
But it's unbelievable, man. Congrats.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you. What do you mean?
Let's
Oh yeah. He said, so who we got?
We got the Zeester here.
The Zeester's back, baby.
The Zeester's back.
The Zeester's got some shit to talk.
Talk your shit and then introduce your
So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guys. Definitely, man. Good to be back. Good to be back in the crib. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Miguel, want to shout y'all out. Gave y'all a big shout out on TMZ, man. And
I appreciate that too.
Yeah. That was dope. You know, I mean, it's a lot. It's been so much going on, man, like in my world and shit. So, you know, I had met Damon a while ago. He does celebrity boxing. He's been doing it for a long time. And he actually hired me to do commentating. You know, I've always watched boxing And just listening to you talk boxing, I was like, yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? No, I like that because, you know, boxing is a sport that is like, you know what I'm saying, you know, you really have to know your shit to even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know boxing, chances are you're not even gonna, you know, get in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them sports. It ain't like you can just jump in on baseball or basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing, I notice people when they talk boxing, they talk serious. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you got them right. They're ready to fight when they're talking about it.
Right. That's real shit. That's real shit. So when I met Damon, I always wanted to commentate a boxing match. I swear to God. Believe it or not, Damon, like that was one of my bucket lists. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to do that. Like, and it happened. And I, you know, and I'm next to a guy who does it. Like, I forgot his name. Who was the guy?
Peter Guns and
No. It was Peter Guns. Yeah, shout to Guns.
Yeah.
But it was the other guy who sounds like he's from ESPN. Like he does it all his life. Like super professional.
I think it was. I'm sorry, I'm
man. He
blanking
was
right now.
He was dope, and it was like we was feeding off of each other, and it was just a dope experience. He put on an amazing show, great fights. Yeah, like honestly, man, I was really impressed, Damon. So, you know, everything that's been going on, especially the stuff, you know what I'm saying, with me and 50 in the blogs or whatever, you know, I've been told him, I said, look, you know, if the money's right, you know, I'm down to get up in there, you know, and buy his 3 rounds, you know what I'm saying?
So you saying you want to fight 50?
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not?
Whoa.
Why not?
You want to scrap him?
I mean, we're gonna put on the gloves. It's 3 rounds. We're gonna have headgear.
Wait, this is gonna happen?
We're gonna have headgear.
We're gonna make this happen?
He signed the contract.
Talk about it, D.
You didn't see the contract? We might as well show you guys the contract.
Landon, if Landon shows that, he can show it, right?
So did 50 agree to this, or this is a call out?
No, call out.
This is the call out.
But you signed the contract.
You ready to go? You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight regardless.
Hold on, we're gonna throw this out. Can we throw it on, Landon?
Yeah. He got it.
Here with Benzino, the one and only. Yeah. He's a real legend, and we're excited. Just got the phone, my man, Bitcoin Rodney. Yeah. And Bitcoin Rodney told me to come over here to sign.
Shout out to Bitcoin Rodney. What up?
50. You're talking all this stuff.
Yeah.
Benzino wants to step in the ring.
Let's throw those right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, man, you want to be a man about things, man, step in the ring because that's where men settle their differences. Fuck all that internet shit. Step in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Mano y mano. All right?
Right here, the contract's going to be signed.
Let's go. Bing.
Ooh.
Man, he's over there in the room right now.
Yeah.
What we doing? What we doing?
Benzino's ready. 50.
What we doing?
He has signed.
What we doing?
Let's go 50.
Yeah. The Zista. Let's go.
June 11th.
Let's go.
Florida.
Let's go. Hey, yo, Miguel, you notice I have on the same shirt. we just did that.
Yeah.
Hey, we just announced it on the greatest podcast in Florida right now, right?
Come on, my God's a project. You kidding me?
Oh shit!
So can we get the official call out right now? I want the world to see how you throw them hands.
Let's get that. Let's get that close up right on. Let's go.
Listen, I'm like this, 50. You know what I mean? Like this is what I'm saying, right? Like you know, years ago, you know what I'm saying. I saved 50. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to say I saved him from a life threatening, but I mean he was in some trouble, and he came down to the studio, and I had just met him. You know, one of the group members made men. We was in the Sony studios when the situation happened at the Hip Factory. 50 came down.
Yeah,
and he said, I know he showed me the I don't know if he got stabbed, he got scratched, whatever, but he showed me the side of him. You know, he was bleeding. So I was like, okay, and he was, so I got him a car service up out of there.
Yeah,
and I understand the situation as far as the Eminem thing. Like Eminem signed. This all just happened. Like at this time, he wasn't signed to Eminem, but I mean, maybe a few weeks later he got signed, and it changed everything between me and him. You know, like if 50 probably never got signed to Eminem, me and 50 would probably, you know what I'm saying, we'd probably be cool, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because when we met, again, you know, like when usually somebody help you in a situation like that, you always gonna remember that.
Yeah, forever.
You're always gonna be cool with that nigga. I mean, we was made men. He was 50, so we in the industry. You know, we had mutual friends in the industry.
Yeah,
and so you would think that would be enough, to have some type of friendship or some type of relationship, but it didn't work out like that. And I'm a nigga that understands that. Like, yeah, he signed you to all the millions and he put you on Dr. Dre. You gotta ride with him. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that me and Ja ended up living next door to each other, and then our kids started getting. Then we got close. He's beefing with 50. I'm beefing with Eminem.
Yeah,
it's looking like it's a tag team match now. You know what I'm saying? I got real cool with Murder Inc. though, not just Ja, the whole Murder Inc. You know what I'm saying? Like those are my guys, and it was a time where like the Eminem battle was just so crazy. Like everybody talks about the Eminem battle, but we don't talk about like the songs that were made from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I might have said like one bar or something on a mixtape that I did, rest in peace, Huddy Six, that was number 22 on like a 30-song mixtape. And I said, the only Eminem I know is Made Men. Just one little, I'm talking one line, if that, right?
That's how it all started?
And next thing you know, the Invasion, that's when Green Lantern, and he made, and then I did Pull Up Your Skirt. So when I did Pull Up Your Skirt, like they was blasting that shit in New York, and everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, he actually dissed Eminem, yo. He's oh my God," you know what I'm saying? It was like, people were like scared.
That
like,
was unheard of at the time, though.
Yo, but why? Why?
Because he was.
Eminem is definitely known for being a lyrical assassin.
So you're trying. So the niggas were scared back then.
Nigga, I think they were scared.
Oh man,
I think they were scared. You even got like now Game throwing shots at Eminem, but at one point Game was like, "You don't talk about the white boy."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Boys are scared.
Think so?
Yeah, without a doubt. Not the Zeester though.
But you know what though, Kels? It's like this though. Hip hop. Look, we started battling. I had a group called the Almighty RSO, and we would battle niggas at the Shave Room Roller Ring. Sometimes they break out in the fights or whatever, but we was battling niggas. We'd have a beatbox, a turntable, to our DJ, 3-4 MCs. I mean, we be going in, and that's a part of hip hop.
Yeah,
it's battling,
competitive. Yeah, of course.
Like it doesn't necessarily have to end up violently. But I guess after that 50, I guess that's where the relationship soured at with the situation with Eminem, and it only got worse. I made a bunch of songs about 50. This song's out there right now about 50 I got out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And he got songs about me out. You know what I'm saying? So we went through that. We ain't said nothing really to each other. I think.
Have y'all crossed paths in that
time? When I got shot at my mom's funeral, he did make a statement to Jack Thriller that, he was like, yo, that's, that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I wish him well. I was surprised to see that.
Oh.
I did see that. And I was surprised to see that.
You got shot at your mom's funeral? That's something that I wanted to ask you about last time you were up here.
Well, at the procession. Like the procession going to the funeral on the highway in broad daylight. That shit was crazy.
By your nephew, right?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's I guess when you think about it, but nowadays, when you think about that, it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe back in the day it might have been, but nowadays shit's so fucking crazy, man. Like none of this shit is like surprising anymore. That was a crazy experience because I was actually shooting Love and Hip Hop at the time.
Yeah.
Actually shooting it. And then like, because I got shot 3 times, so my arm wasn't working at all. I couldn't even lift like a 2-pound weight. I had to go get acupuncture and,
wake the nerves back up and all that.
Right. So, okay. But at the time, Love and Hip Hop, they're like, look, you got to come film because we got to show this in real time. So I knew some people at the hospital and shit. And, I got a clearance for them to come shoot up there because, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But, I pull a few strings in the bean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
that's wild, though.
But the 50 thing is like this. It's like with all this shit going on with the Shauna Brooks thing, Coi, my baby mother, all this shit, he just had to take, he had to just take something and out the blue. And, he has a big platform, 25 million. So it's like he looking like Russia and I'm looking like Ukraine. But you got to think though. You got to think. So I'm like,
that was a good way to put it.
I don't but look at though. But I don't have the platform he got. But I managed now to get my message to as many motherfuckers that he's getting his message to.
Yeah.
So you got to use your mind with this. It's chess, and he's gonna get personal. I'm gonna get personal. We're gonna go back and forth. I would think the only way to settle it is in the ring. I mean, he a big
Absolutely.
dude. He's not even he's actually not even in my I mean, he's what? He got to be like 250.
Yeah, he's big.
260.
Nah, I'd probably say about 225.
Nah.
He's thick though.
No,
he's
he's
heavy
big,
now.
he's
He's
big.
heavy
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Though.
he's
I
a
saw
big
him
dude.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Listen, man, my thing is this, man. Like, you know, if a motherfucker can't get in the ring for 3 rounds with headgear and settle some differences, then I mean, you know,
He used to be a boxer, right?
I don't
Wasn't he?
know.
Was I mean,
Nah,
from
he
what he said,
trained.
didn't he
They
say he
said
was
he
at Golden
trained.
He's
Gloves
as
or
I
some
much.
don't know.
shit?
There's no fucking Golden Gloves. You know that's.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about his.
Yeah, no, I've heard that. I've
I
heard
never
that a
heard
bunch
that
of times.
shit.
Let me get a
He
little
trained-
It must have been in the movie or something.
Yeah, he trained. He's no more.
Chris is here, ladies and gentlemen. By the way,
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
you guys
Chris is
know.
in the house. So
Shout out to Big Chris. What up, baby?
Tell us what
Good
you
people.
do. What you got the celebrity boxing. Tell the people who you are and.
I'm Damon Feldman. I'm the owner, creator of Celebrity Boxing. 19 years in the making, and real excited to be putting Benzino on here. We talked about it before. Last time he was in the ring, he called Lamar Odom out. Lamar didn't want to talk to him, so I'll never forget that. He came out. He said he wasn't impressed. He's not impressed.
I was
Lamar, let's get
commentating.
it.
I had on a suit jacket.
Yeah.
Then jumped in the ring like, wait a minute, wait. See, I always wanted to do these things.
Nah, definitely, man.
I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna lie. Like, I couldn't wait to do that shit.
But Benzino's like a dream for celebrity boxing, man. The guy just have to talk, he just have to carry himself.
Yeah.
You know, he's known. He's just the perfect. This
Appreciate
is
that.
exciting. When I heard he was in Florida, I was like, I called Josh from YNC. I said, yo,
Shout
you
out to
gotta
Josh, yo.
get him in me. I gotta meet him. And my man Steve came in. We filmed it. You know, now we're on your incredible podcast. This is great. A Danza project. It's awesome.
I appreciate you. So what? How long have you been doing this though? Because
19
I've
years,
been
man.
hearing about it. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, when? Not even how long have you been doing this? When did it pop?
Well, I'm a former professional boxer. I was
Okay.
9-0. I got injured outside the ring. I stopped 9-0. Then I came over I matched a radio DJ and a TV weatherman back in Philadelphia. And I got a call from Dick Clark Productions. Next thing I was doing the Fox. I did them all, you know. So
That's
it
what's
was
up.
really
Oh,
cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what's up.
excited, but really having, and not just because he's here, but Benzino's my man. He's always been cool. But I had to hunt him down in Florida, got him here, and now we're on the Dancer project. And it's a pretty interesting day. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So like, I know you guys just had an event out here. Was it in Atlantic City?
Yeah, we just did Atlantic City. Our next one is coming up. We have Flavor Flavors, our ring
Cisco
announcer.
about to fight, right?
Yeah, Cisco.
Shout out
Cisco.
That's my
Cisco
dog.
Rosado.
Cisco Rosario.
Cisco's gonna get his ass whooped.
Well, Cisco's taking on Jennifer
Mega
Lopez's
3000
ex.
Mega.
Well, oh,
Cisco Rosario.
Which one, the dancer?
He's from up here, Philly. Yeah,
Mega.
Miami. He's taking on Ohani Noah, first husband.
Hold on. Let him get this
Yeah,
up. You
I'm
said her. Is that the dancer?
I think so. He's an actor too, Ohani Noah.
Yeah.
And we also got a lot of cool people going to be on this card.
He's a good fighter.
Head Crack's taking on Kimbo Slice Jr. is fighting on the card.
That's
He's
what's
good.
up.
He's
Um,
good.
He's from out here,
bunch
right?
of-
Yeah.
yeah, he's from Miami. And
What was the
So-
biggest fight you'd say you had on your show so far?
Benzino coming up now.
Okay.
Benzino and 50. Come on.
Yeah.
Zeester in the 50.
I done a lot, man.
Lamar Odom fight was pretty
It's
big.
really cool, man. We
Yeah,
did Lamar Odom fought Aaron Carter.
I saw that.
That was a
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
That was a funny fight.
Yeah, because
how
Lamar
much-
Odom
that
is
was
so
a
damn
funny
big,
fight,
and it
yeah.
was just like it was awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah,
a big dude.
no, he
He's
is
what 7
very-
feet, right?
It's like 6'10". Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So
mind
cool.
knocking Aaron Carter out.
Yeah,
Come on,
all right,
man,
we got
really-
all the shot.
we gotta
who
get
do
50 in.
How many people do you need? Like, who do you want to beat up aside from 50? Because I thought you said you deaded the beef with Eminem, and now you're saying you want to knock
This
his
isn't-
boss
okay,
out.
but it's not Eminem. This isn't beef. I'm saying this is just boxing.
But you said you want to knock his boss out. That's beef.
No, I'm saying that's boxing. That's boxing. That's not beef. It's boxing.
Yeah.
I mean,
And, like niggas get knocked out in boxing.
Listen,
Boxing
if-
is non-violent.
If no, it isn't.
It is. When you got headgear on.
Sports
Now,
entertainment.
if Kelvin told me right now that he wants to knock me out in the ring, I'm considering it beef for the meantime. You know what I mean?
But you can't think like that.
Still
You-
love him, but I consider
Let
it
me tell you
beef. Like,
something. Let me tell you something. I can go in the ring, and who knows, I could get knocked out. But at the end of the day, it's the fight.
you're fighting a big
It's the
motherfucker.
fight.
You might get
I'm
knocked
gonna
out.
be moving. I'm be
Yeah.
sticking and fucking moving. I'm not gonna
Does
sit here and
Vegas
just
pick this up?
let this big motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I know how to fight. I know how to stick and move, and I'm gonna train for this shit. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be ready. You know,
Does
believe
Vegas
that.
get involved at all?
What's that?
Bets? with the betting?
Now we don't do that because we're sports entertainment niche. That's the number one thing. We don't bet on the fights. I don't.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I built my own thing here. You know what I mean?
Okay, so with the side bets,
I have nothing to do with that.
So up under here.
Hey, hello.
So up under here, who you got? 50 or the Zeester?
I hope it's a great match.
Yeah, that's a smart way to answer that.
Zeester, who you got?
Man, listen,
You guys
I
50 or the Zeester?
Yeah. 3 rounds, man. Yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
Oh.
feel.
That's what I'm talking. Right here on the
That's- I mean,
Danza
why else am I
Project,
fighting?
he has said he's going to knock 50 out.
What am I fight for? If I don't think that I can knock him out.
What round you think
What
he's
am I-
going down in?
I would try to get on him early. You know what I'm saying? I would try to get on him early. Yeah, like really swing on him.
I tell you what, a
early.
lot of
50's
people
never
talk
been
shit
hit
on.
before.
I tell you, a lot of people talk shit on the internet, right? A lot of people have the fake opinion. I wanted Benzino to come up here because I was like, they're fucking you up and getting your shit wrong all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, they say he got to hack the account. I spoke to him about this hacked account before the hacked account ever became relevant again. Yeah. Because I tried to tag him. He was like, yo, that page ain't it. Get off that page. I don't know who has it or what the fuck is going on with that page. But that was shut down. All of a sudden it popped back up. Don't tag that page.
Miguel, how does the page that I've had since 2012 be gone for 1 year? They shut it down for me. Then all of a sudden somebody else pops up with it, who is an Eminem fan who hates me with my name. Like, well, how the fuck does that happen? See, I'm like, it's somebody. I know somebody in Instagram definitely is probably like an M fan and a Shady fan, and
100%.
Gotta be.
You're going to shut their mouth on June 11th, whoever
I'm
it is.
ready.
Maybe, listen,
ready.
how about if 50 doesn't step up? Eminem has to step up.
Oh, man, that would be it.
So
that's the one I want.
Wild.
That would be some crazy shit.
That's the one I want.
You want Eminem?
Yeah, Ben did that. Hell yeah. That's the one.
That's a victory against 50 right there.
Let me tell you something. That fight would be a multi-million-dollar pay-per-view fight. Yes.
No, absolutely. That would bring in a shitload of money.
You think you need both hands for M? I think you could take M with the left hand.
Nah, you know what? Listen, I don't underestimate anybody because
he was training at one point.
By what's his name from Detroit, the Eddie Futch, yeah. For the movie. But Tyson he told me, put in perspective, he said, look, our bodies wasn't made to be punched on. He said there's certain places that you can get punched and you're gonna fall. It don't matter who you are, how big you are, if you get punched in certain places, you fall. And that's just what it is.
Hey man, we're just excited to have you on Celebrity Boxing. I got to split, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pleasure being on the Danza Project, man.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot for having me, guys. Guys, you guys are so professional. Like, I mean, when you come in, you're like, this is a great studio.
You got to involve them like in the fights.
Yeah, let's start talking, man. We have a lot of
absolutely.
people.
I want to fucking host a fight, guys.
Yeah, man.
They would be dope commentators too. They would be dope commentators.
Get my number from Benzino. Benzino, honestly, man, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You stepped up tonight.
Appreciate it.
It's all about 50 stepping up. Eminem, someone's going to step up June 11th. That's
I'm
all
ready. I'm fucking ready.
Charles Dodge Center. Thank you, guys.
All right, man.
My man.
Appreciate it, fellas. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so it's Benzino against the world. If 50 doesn't accept the call
versus the plane.
Hold on. Let's get Chris's
that's
grand
what it is.
entrance. From My man, Chris voluntarily gave up the seat for some dope shit.
Shout out to
He
Chris,
was like, let me sit over here. Like, he was like, y'all get y'all shit up. Good people.
You
Great
already know.
You know what I mean?
I just had to give respect to the moment that I was witnessing. For once, I got to sit back and enjoy it as a consumer and really see this thing that I'm used to being in front of get behind the camera and really appreciate it for how dope it is. Like he said, we started on the couch, back hurting, you know, with a coffee table, you know what I'm saying? And now it's a full production and we're getting kudos from some of the biggest people in the game. So it was cool to see it just briefly from the corner over there.
Yeah, I did that a couple weeks ago. Actually, when he was here the last time. When I sat back and I let shots get on.
Yeah.
When I was sitting back, I'm like, this is some cool shit.
It's different, man.
The light skin hour.
That might be a new segment. That might be something we got to work on.
I told you, I want Benzino up here once a month.
Right.
I want him out here once a month.
I'm not coming to fucking at Miami once a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I already know they got what they used to have, like the artist of the month, right? Yeah. How dope would it be if we did like an Danza Project artist of the month and we had Benzino up here? Because I feel like you can't, like a lot of people. Okay, let me get into this part. fuck what I was just saying. Let's get right into the
Let's
chase.
go.
Now
Let's go.
that the
Alright.
team is here, I think this is super important.
Let's go.
Right? People, the real reason I wanted Benzino up here today, Kelvin wanted Benzino up here today, Chris wanted Benzino up here today, was because shit gets twisted all over the place, right?
Right.
And I'll mention a couple of the things like this whole. Is it okay to say tranny?
No, that's not a cool
You have to say
word.
transgender.
Transgender.
Okay, this whole whatever they wrote was Benzino with tranny, right?
Right.
So this whole transgender situation went crazy.
That's like a slur, though.
Yeah, it went crazy, and what's this guy? 50 Cent went nuts. You drop a track, right? And this is all they drop a little part of a clip, and they make it sound a certain way. Which if you're any sort of like a real human being, you know it's meant to manipulate.
Yeah, it's manipulated.
Yeah. And then you put out a diss track to 50. In the beginning, it says, Coi, you know I love you, love you, love you.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody says that you dissed Coi Leray. It's a viral thing that Benzino disses his daughter.
Slander.
And there's people going crazy on all sorts of comments like, what a scumbag. How could he diss his daughter? It's like, did you hear what he said, Coi? You know I love you, love you, love you. And then he gets into his diss track.
People
The
here
internet
to
niggas,
reply.
suckers.
Yeah.
Daughter tripping, blame her mother. That's listen.
And
man.
you know that, and we know that that's been the story because
Nothing new.
every time we kicked it, it was
Nothing
that's how it was.
Berto, I know you got the heavy hand. We good.
Just to yeah, Berto hit me with the hardest punch I probably ever been hit
I
with.
seen Berto. Listen, just a shout out to
We used to
Berto real quick
box in
for
the
being
town.
out here.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah. We
Me,
used to
I
get
got
drunk.
I got into a scrap at a bar, right? I'm getting jumped, but I love that shit. You know what I mean? Well, we walk out
Sick
the door.
motherfucker.
Berto's trying to get in the club.
Were you drunk?
Hell yeah, all the time.
Bulletproof.
Berto was the first person at the door trying to get in the club. They kicked me out. You know how the bouncers out there, they're kicking me out. I'm being dragged out.
They
Berto-
picked
Berto-
you up.
Yeah, Berto looks at me. He's like, "You good?" Now he's the first person at the door. When the door opens, he's the first person there. He's like, "You good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And he was like, "You beefing?" I was like, "Yeah." Yo, as the door was going out, people were starting to come fight me. This dude Berto was like,
As they each come out.
"Yo," because they can't see. They
I
just
know,
baby boy.
You out here like
Yo, they were, but Berto's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's got that heavy hand. Yo, I'm telling you, people are just
Go to sleep.
because they didn't know it was coming
to
from the
sleep.
side. They're looking
You
at
go to
me
sleep.
and
You
they're
take a
walking
nap.
out the door. Yeah, he was knocking people out. Shout out to Berto.
Nah,
for that.
shout
That
out
was
to
dope.
Berto.
My brother, man.
Um,
Shout out Ness. too. I
Big
love you,
hands,
bro.
Berto.
So I hate that the whole world has like shit confused, and I was like, yo, you need to set this motherfucking record straight for sure.
So all right, okay, let's get to the transgender thing. So I shot I do my movie thing. I've done a couple of roles in movies. And I love acting. And I've done pretty well in movies. I have a couple of movies on Tubi where I'm acting. I'm doing pretty good. Most of my roles are always the bad guy, the drug guy, the villain. So
Some light skin shit.
yeah.
Nah, you know they cast you tattoos and
it's the same. Yeah. So and I don't mind playing those, but this particular movie was different. And I remember my friend Cricket. He's from Detroit, and he's an amazing video director. And he's been just as an amazing movie director. Him and his girl Duchess from Black Ink wrote the script, and the script is about kind of straight and gay relationships. Like this, without telling the movie, which is coming on Tubi next month. The movie is really amazing, man. I mean, I just did a few scenes, and I'm playing a straight. It's called False Advertisement, and I'm playing a straight. Oh, we got a little friend right here.
Yeah,
get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? I play a straight boss of an advertising agent. This man that works for me ends up doing. He's trying to get a contract from Duchess. They end up going to a gay club, and he meets this woman, and so he's playing gay to get the woman. But he also, him and his frat brother, he just found out that he was with a man, so he's pissed off about that. So he's torn between. But see, I can't tell too much. But long story short, the movie is a comedy drama, but it really is dope, and I really did good in this movie. So that's the movie where Shauna Brooks was in, but we never was on set together. We never did a scene together. To this day, I still haven't met Shauna Brooks in person. All right, so Cricket gave her. She wanted my number. Cricket gave her my number. Right now, you know, prior to that, I've never even communicated with a transgender. You know, with me, you know, and I say this when I get interviewed with other people and shit. I want to make it very clear that when I'm saying this, it's true shit, and people shouldn't judge it. That I just didn't grow up around gay activities.
Right.
You know, I didn't. Nobody in my family was. Everybody was male and female type shit going on. And when I was on the block, the few times that maybe a gay person came through the block, all I remember was violence. I was trying to rob, beat them up. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
It was horrible.
Yeah,
it was
think
bad.
about it. It was
We're
horrible.
talking 20, 30 years ago where it wasn't
like late 70s, 80s, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it wasn't
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
movies like that. It wasn't on cartoons like that. It wasn't being promoted.
It was definitely
frowned
frowned upon.
Advertised. It wasn't celebrated.
It was definitely like a gay versus straight type of thing going on, even in schools and shit like that.
I'm be honest, man. I'll be 57 July, and I you know, back then it just wasn't around. If it was, they hit it so much that we never ever knew. So,
yeah, for sure.
You know,
you just kind of knew when you just look at somebody, be like, yeah, he's a little.
Well, but even back then, you really didn't even know that because you didn't see it too much. It really wasn't. You just didn't see it on TV. Like you said, where you can only know things as if you see it. So if you can't see things, you can't even imagine. So if a dude's acting like, if a dude was acting like that, of course you're gonna think like, damn, he acting like a girl. But it's not gonna be like, oh, you gay ass, like, because nobody knew what gay was. You know what I'm saying? Still. Now, over the years, man, you know, watching the gay community really fight for their rights and equality, I've learned so much.
Yeah. Everybody.
You know, I've proudly learned so much because at the end of the day, you know, these are people with feelings and emotions like you.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, like, and who are we to judge just because of their choice of who they want to love or who
All right. Kelvin is somebody that really speaks about this really great.
You know what it is? I try to be fair to everybody.
Right.
I'm still learning also.
Right.
So I communicate. I got someone on my Facebook who I won't name, who from time to time she'll pop in and be like, nope, that's incorrect. That doesn't sound good. And I'm sorry. See, I'm still learning.
Is it transgender?
Yeah. Transgender male.
Did you know the transgender male before they transitioned?
No.
All right.
During the transition.
All right. Okay. So the check. So this is, man, I'm so glad we're here. Yo, my nigga, this is my nigga, man, because now we can get to a real conversation. I'm not out here on an island because this is what like when Shauna called me, it was the first time I've had a conversation with a transgender. Now, it took me years to get where I got with the gay men. And like you said, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Because I made a comment about the Lil Nas X kiss on BET, and I was, you know, he's a homophobe, and I'm just saying what's on my mind as a person, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just speaking up for a man who is straight and who grew up a certain way, and I got 3 sons that I'm trying to instill those same values. Now, saying that, you know, when we talked the first time, I was a little apprehensive. I was a little upset at Cricket, you know, because I was like, what the fuck is, you know, the first thing, and because you know what, you got to show what a street nigga and how he acts. Like, that's why when you said, do you say tranny? I'm not blaming you because this is the knowledge of what you got. Like that's what the LGBTQ has to understand, is that it's going to take each individual who is not with being, you know, who is who's hip to it, to be comfortable enough and have their own time, because it is something that just can't, all of a sudden, like, you're just going to be like, you grew up not around gay, and then all of a sudden it's not like that. It's a serious type of
it's complicated.
Adjustment.
It's complicated.
It's a serious
adjustment. That's a great fucking thing, man. Like, adjustment. But as I was having a conversation, she wanted to do some stuff at the Crab Trap. She started talking about mutual friends, that, you know what I'm saying, loving hip hop and all this different stuff. And it never was nothing that dawned on me that it was anything like, you know, she never, hey, how you doing? Hey, can we go on? It was nothing like that. When my child's mother found out that I had that conversation with
Shauna,
She's the first one to try to put it out, years ago.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean,
how long ago was this conversation?
A couple of years ago.
And the movie hasn't dropped yet?
Not yet. It's getting ready to next month.
Yeah, because the movies take a while to make it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But
do you think Shauna was in on the hoax?
Shauna,
because she was talking
daddy
and this and all that.
She taped me.
So she was with the okie doke.
She taped me.
Was somebody trying to line you up?
Hold on. I'm gonna go through each little thing. You know what I mean? So now when that happened, that's when the second conversation took place. And when you heard me talking to her, like, yo, and I'm like, you don't understand. Like, this might be cool for you, but it's not cool for me.
Yeah.
And when I was saying that, not that we're fucking or in a relationship, because I haven't even met Shauna, and I'm not with none of that. And I blatantly say I don't watch tranny porn.
Yeah.
I'd say I don't watch gay porn. I said that. I'm saying it. I'm saying, what would my father think? Like, you see, this is the irony of this. Transgender people, all right, because Shauna Brooks tweeted out some shit saying, men treating us like toys and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now notice she said men. Mm-hmm. She didn't say Benzino.
Right.
She could have just said him.
Right. If that's what it was.
It's semantics because she knows we haven't even met.
Right.
So okay, but now Sean, again, everything's click, clout, comment, money. So I don't know what her motivation was, but when you listen to it, and even when she said daddy, I don't even know when she said, I don't even remember it, because even if she said it, that shit went blank on my fucking ears, bro.
She said it for the camera.
I can't help anybody for what they're gonna say to me.
Right.
But how I take it is I didn't even hear that shit.
Right.
I was bad intentions.
And the fact that
she
recorded
absolutely.
it.
I think it was it was definitely a setup. There could have been some money behind it, some motivation behind it, get him on this conversation. Because everybody does want that viral moment now.
Listen, man, my thing is this, right? If that's what you want, then the guys that you are sleeping with, I'm sure you got some names. Then out them. Go
Yeah.
I'm sure
she has
fucking book and out the ones who you are. Like we never even met.
Yeah, why you fucking with me?
But they might not. You know what I mean? They might not get the clout.
Nah,
they might not get that same clout that they would get from Benzino.
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's definitely
listen,
a lot of
man,
undercover lover shit going
listen, man. Like, listen. From what I've heard. I've heard some things, but I'm not going to be the one to be throwing judgment and everything. So I don't want to be fucking judged. You know what I'm saying? So
have you spoke to her since?
No. And it's sad because all this is
you're in a fucking movie together.
This was but I'd never seen.
No, I'm just saying.
I think maybe she was in the gay club that everybody that when they shot that. I didn't shoot that part.
So you don't even know what her scene is in the movie?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I have to look at it again. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's in the gay club. But I haven't looked. The movie is a dope movie, but it's the irony of it is it's about men, being
this modern world.
And then I'm going through it because look, at the end of the day, it's like this. It think of the mentor of a transgender, right? When you think transgender, for some reason, and correct me if I'm wrong, the street guy, the only thing you're thinking is somebody having sex who shouldn't be having sex. Like you're not thinking of just a human being in society going to work. Doing raising kid, whatever, you're not thinking that. So automatically, right? Transgenders, like it's not like you just see guys walking down the street with transgenders, and you know what I'm saying? It seems like transgenders are always hidden to something, right? So imagine that mentality of a transgender. Well, damn, I'm fucking with all these niggas. He's probably even paying me, but he can't be in public with me. So that must hurt them emotionally, right? Don't take that shit out on me.
Yeah,
don't take that fucking shit out on me because I ain't did nothing to you.
Yeah.
And if anything, look, now I done had a phone conversation and be like, shit, they cool. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we could have hooked up and did the business or something. I probably would have had somebody with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but as far as
it's fucked up.
As far as meeting a transgender and looking them in their eyes, and I still haven't crossed that yet.
And you know what's fucked up?
And being comfortable with just sitting there and looking at somebody who went through operation. I'm not judging nobody, but I got to get comfortable with that shit.
You know what, though? You should be comfortable with it, but the problem is you're a celebrity. So that's where the problem comes in. I'm going to tell you why, because what she did, other transgenders frown upon what she did because that's the reason why people, like she said, treat them like toys or like some type of fetish or some shit like that and keep them hidden because they're afraid of being exposed.
Right.
Because you got
Right.
there's so many.
Right.
There was a transgender that was on the Breakfast Club, and I forgot her name, and she spoke on that. She spoke about another transgender, and she was like, "What she's doing?" She was like, "That's my little sister."
Yeah.
But we don't fuck with that type of shit.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason why we get looked at the way that we get looked at type shit.
Not a good light.
It's not.
You know what else is happening though, man? And this goes back to him being a celebrity. It's a pile on. It's convenient.
Yeah.
The videos from however the mother long
her
ago.
stock rose regardless.
But it's like, oh well, if I ever had a shot, now
well maybe not.
So let me put my.
Well, maybe not because now people seeing the shit I'm going through. Who the fuck would even want to fuck?
Yeah, but sometimes they don't care about that because it don't translate to dollars. That the Zeester, she put them videos out.
I'm just saying as far as being exposed.
Oh yeah, I got you. But
because people like
Kelvin's up here looking real icy.
Calvin's always
just light work, man.
Calvin, like so the first time you communicated with the transgender, was you worried about blowback about?
I wasn't, but I'm not a celebrity though.
No, forget the celebrity part. Just like would your friends understand that?
Now look, when I was trapping, I met a transgender named Toya. That was her name. I don't want to put names out there. So I had a fiend, a smoker, customer named whatever. He introduced me to
Smokey. We'll call him Smokey.
We'll call him Smokey. Smokey introduced me to his transgender friend who had a house where they'd all party. The transgender friend had a party at her house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, she was about 6'4". I'm talking about.
Yo, Calvin, can you get the door?
Nothing.
Yo, Calvin, can you get the door? Someone's at the door. Can you get the door, Calvin?
Yo, no lie. That's how it was too.
Yo, that's
nothing about her was.
He didn't say nothing wrong.
Hell yeah.
But I was never like worried about it. But it was one of those situations where I ain't gonna lie. It's like. Somebody see you going in his house, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck going on?"
If your pops seen you just out to dinner with a transgender,
well, why the hell would I be out with a transgender?
Can I answer the question?
I wouldn't mind.
I feel like the question would be better served for me because this guy is so level-headed.
No, it's not that. Hold on one second.
Go ahead.
I was in South Beach with my girlfriend and her cousin, who's gay. Mm-hmm. We had to walk back to one of the restaurants to grab something. I walked with him. I could have been a sucker and let him walk first. Mm-hmm. I didn't give a fuck because I know who I am and where I stand.
No, gay man, and that's how I feel. But
an openly gay man.
Right. No. I've listen. I got openly gay men friends. I care about. I have two partners. Like I told you, who I'm married 21 years. Who are my partners in Benzino's Crab Trap.
Yeah. Okay. Right? Yeah.
Wow, they've been married 21 years.
Yeah, you did tell us that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they in their 50s.
That's real.
Great dudes. Sean and Daryl. Shout out to Sean and Daryl.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? Been in the business. One was in the Navy for 30, cooked for the senior galley. The other one has been in the restaurant business for over 30 years. They're the perfect partners for what I'm trying to do. And I don't look at them but nothing else but my partners and my friends and my brothers. Like, so yeah. But the transgender thing.
Yeah, it's a little different.
And that's it's a lot different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you say the LGBTQ community, people think that it's just one. Each letter is so different.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
And the way a straight person has to deal with that is different.
Yeah.
So the way that I got used to having gay friends and men, it's not like that right now with the transgender situation because I got to get used to it. I got to get used to that. Transition,
it's new.
like
It's new. This is a new concept that everybody's trying to get.
And not that I don't want to, because like I said, listen, Shauna Brooks was cool as hell on the phone. There was no issues or nothing. Like honestly, like I was like, wow, like because I was nervous. I didn't know what to fucking expect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was just cool. I was like, you know what I mean, like talking to a homegirl,
right,
like that. You know what I'm saying? Look. You know, surgeries are making transgenders. If you was just in somewhere, you couldn't even tell the difference.
Go to Atlanta.
If you're just, I live in Atlanta. If you're just in a restaurant, you're looking at a girl, it could be a transgender, like with the lighting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just not gonna know. This is what I have a problem with. I don't think that's fair. I think that people who transition, I think they really need to let everybody know.
Absolutely.
Off rip.
No, they should.
I heard a couple people I know that you and I know somebody that had
like,
a situation.
Yeah, I know 2 people in Atlanta. I'm telling you, in Atlanta, you walk through, what is it, the Lenox?
Lenox Mall.
You walk through the Lenox Mall, and you would think they're all women.
Word.
Yeah, and this is dating back to 06, 07. Yeah. So I could imagine they look even more like women today with the technology.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm going to
ask you in all seriousness, right? In all seriousness, okay. So God made gender. What separates the gender? The penis and the vagina, yes?
A lot more than that, but yeah.
Well, but that's the main.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we both got 2 hands. We both got 2 arms. We both got a lot of everything but that.
Reproductive.
So, but I'm saying as far as physical.
Yeah.
So, can a woman be a woman with a penis?
No. Like, see, but
Chris?
No.
I'm going to say no.
No. All right, so
I'll call her a woman if she wants to be called a woman. Right. If the man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, then goddamn it, call the man Muhammad Ali.
So if a man transitions to a woman.
Landon's little squeak in there
because he knows.
He's laughing over there.
If a man transitions to
because Landon would be very controversial.
They couldn't be women. They couldn't be fully women. Yeah. Now, if they got it, if again surgery, and if the doctors did it where they chopped it off and they made it, would that constitute a woman?
No.
In my opinion, look, no. But if you identify as a woman, I'm gonna call you a woman because I respect you as a human being, as a person.
Of course.
Do I think? Okay, I can call you what you want, whatever pronoun you want me to use.
Yeah, I respect.
But that doesn't mean that I think that you are that. I'm just gonna say it out of respect.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying?
For your choices,
exactly.
You as a human, right?
This just threw me back so many down the ladder because I was trying, and now, yeah, man, yeah.
I know, because man,
I was trying.
We had you
I was
on the show.
I'm saying as far as like the gay community, like I really was trying, and now, you never want to go through people thinking that you're gay when you're not. Like I don't. And people, well, if it ain't true, then you should, man, fuck all this that.
It's all
like
bad.
No, like you don't want to be accused of being gay. Like you just don't. I just don't want that, bro.
Or
like I take that serious. I do get upset about that. Like the little shit on the internet. None of that's bothering me no more. But like to think that somebody really thinks or really thought that I really hooked up with Shauna, like bothers.
But people are fucking dumb. And let's just like get that out there. I watch. I'm an observer, and I mean it's everything. It's in sports. It's this 6ix9ine scenario, right? 6ix9ine gets sued, right? What do we do when we get sued? Nobody wants to give up anything ever, right? So he has and this is, I know we don't like talking about 6ix9ine, and this is just something. This is just proof of how dumb people are. The dude obviously has bread, right? He's got bread. Mm-hmm. He puts out a video counting out bread, and then they have an interview with him on air. And they're like, well, you were counting out all this money. What about the person in the lawsuit? And he's like, it's all fake. And they're like, I knew it. It was all fake. Look at he's the fakest guy ever. He had fake money. And it's just like, and the jewelry is fake too. It was plastic. It's like, I'm reading the comments on Hot New Hip Hop, and I'm like,
and they believe it.
They
really truly believe it. And so, like, you can manipulate
a
lot of
it. Believe in it. You don't know if those are bots, if those are, you know what I mean?
No, for sure. But you could tell because I've had conversation with real people all the time that are like, oh, did you hear about, like, I mean, Joe Budden did a podcast and he was talking about something about gay people or something. He was having a conversation. I think it was something about like gays and them approaching men. And how he had an issue with it. Right. And there was a certain clip where he was like, what am I supposed to be like? Hey, I love you. You know what I mean? They're like, let's hook up. You know what? Let's be best. Let's be besties. I can't wait to get you alone and stuff like that. Go ahead.
If that's not your
and like he's talking about that. And I'm thinking like, I heard it. And then everybody knew, because everybody knew I fuck with Budden. Like, oh man, you just hear he came out as gay. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yo, are you out of your mind that they come up with this assumption? And then there's viral news clips. Joe Budden comes out. And it's just like how quick people could be dumb. So you're talking about a world where they actually they don't want to review, because again, that Coi, I love you. How the fuck could you possibly take it
It's disrespect.
and say
Well, I
he
mean,
dissed
everything
his
is
daughter on a track?
psychological. Everything's psychological. It's like, damn, the song is hot as fuck. I gotta say something.
Yeah.
I can't say the song is hot as fuck because I've been hating them, and I don't want to look like I'm not cool with everybody else. I want to look like I'm in tune with everybody. See, the problem with today's world is that with me, it's kind of dope because I like this world that's in here. Like, I never have to come across these people, so it doesn't bother me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you might catch me on an off day where I'm mad about something, or I might be a little, you know what I'm saying, agitated, and somebody would, and I might, but the most part of my life now, and I used to do it a lot before, but the most part, I understand what this is now in the world that is. Like, those people I would never be hanging out with. I would never be around. This, like, so however you say and what you do, it has no bearing on me because we will never cross paths. We will never be in the same clubs. Right. We will never be. I just don't do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the ones who I do don't do that dumb shit.
Right.
The shit that I am around is never doing that dumb shit.
Exactly.
So, they can have that world. It's theirs. You know what I mean?
No, it's always messed up if they're going to mistake you as gay, right? Another thing that's almost the equivalent, if not worse, is being mistaken as hating or disliking that culture as well, because it's
homophobe.
It's being a homophobe.
I was a homophobe a month ago. Today I'm gay. Which one is it?
Both are
Can't
bad.
Be both.
Both are bad. But if you mistakenly call me a homophobe, it's a stain that's less likely to wash out. You know what I mean? If I'm not gay, I'm not gay at the end of the day.
Hold on, what is it? A homophobe means it's a stain? Like, it's a stain?
I'm saying, like, mistaking me for
being...
I
was like, oh, shit.
Nah, I ain't
learned some more shit, Chris. Homophobe is a stain in clothes you cannot wash out.
I'm saying, if I was being mistaken.
Not even with a Tide stick.
Fucking God.
Homophobe.
They have a commercial for it.
Right,
they have a commercial for it. You know what I mean? The Tide Ultra stick.
Homophobic
removes homophobe from your shirts.
My point is, being mistaken for being homophobic when you're really not. You really got no beef or no skin in the game at all. Literally, it's a stain that is less likely to wash out. It's both bad. Both of them, you got me fucked up, but that one's a little bit worse. And it's fighting back from that. Like, people be like, oh, you explaining yourself too much. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? If I sit here quiet, you're going to accept it as truth too. So I got to pick my lane and just walk on fucking ropes because whatever the fuck y'all felt like typing that day, it's bullshit. It's not real. So it's frustrating. And like I was saying, I can't imagine being in his position, being a celebrity, watching the pylon, watching the dumbasses, the people who comment shit that they're not even really feeling. Right. Shit that they would never say or speak about. Right. It only comes out in text. It was not even a word uttered. It's not real. But they put that shit out in the metaverse or whatever.
And then they're literally,
and another nigga clicks, and another nigga shares, and another nigga like, and it's bullshit. So
absolutely,
I can't imagine existing in that space, man.
And they're completely directing it. They're completely directing it to a page that is fake and is entertaining it. You know what I mean? And literally, I've been
explain to them what's going on with that page.
We're trying to get it back for him.
So somebody stole his page.
Well, his page actually got taken down.
Which one?
Because he goes. Everybody knows Benzino be going off, right? So his page actually got taken from him.
A few of them, like my 5 of them.
Yeah, and so now that it got taken from him, eventually it was like back up. Or somebody just took the name or whatever. Yeah.
I had it since 2012, 17,000 pictures. And then it's been gone for a year. Then all of a sudden it pops back up. And it pops back up into the hands of somebody who's an Eminem fan who hates me. See, that page been clowning me since day one.
And it literally says it on the profile. So if anybody sees the page, it says the greatest rapper ever. And it says Benzino.
And it says duh. And then he said some shit, Drew and Everett. I'm like, who the fuck is Drew and Everett? I'm like, this kid got to be white. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he said something, and then he said, you're in the like this. The shit that he's saying, you could tell he's a white kid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. So they take your page, right?
He says,
not
you, Landon. You one of us, man. Fuck
right.
He's a light skin.
Yeah, you're right.
So they take his page, and now everybody's directing it towards that page. That page is responding, which is like it's causing a shitstorm.
And dissing Coi.
Exactly.
That page was dissing Coi. That page, the page that went on and said, yeah,
I'm laughing at Coi. Ha, you got this many sales. Absolutely.
So now, right, you got Tory Lanez and all these different motherfuckers like, damn, man, what kind of father? Like,
I think you should box Tory because of that.
So make it clear.
I'll box whoever.
Make it clear what's going on with that page, because
Which one?
The
The
page
I
right
am
there.
Benzino page.
It's simple. It's not my page.
So
Yeah. Why
when
isn't it getting taken down either? I didn't report that fucking page so
Nah,
much.
that's fucked up.
I got somebody that can help you out with that shit. That's what I was. That's what we were trying to speak to earlier.
Word.
I think somebody from Instagram got that page. For real.
It isn't impossible either. It really isn't. I tell you what, when I was working with the flights for you, the person I was on the phone with was like, he should just get his own pass. He should get his own frequent flyer miles. He flies so goddamn much, right? He flies so damn much, so they know who you are. You know what I mean? So like, it's not this is Benzino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not difficult for somebody to be like, you know what, I want him.
But the dope shit is like the Airbnb I'm staying at. I made a mistake and went to the one next door. The lady came out, Benzino! You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. It's like, how the fuck, like, you know me? He's like, oh my God, let me take a picture. I was like, damn. I said, well, I'm your neighbor.
That's dope.
Be careful about what. Don't look through the windows.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some things.
All right, so on to Coi. I wanted to now I just had a baby, so I wanted to be like realistic about what I feel about this Coi Leray situation. I saw the interview that you did with TMZ.
Yeah.
Do you really like? I can't imagine another feeling. This is that new dad shit, right? I can't imagine another feeling like I feel for my son.
Right.
Like I mean, I'm a little under the weather, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to sleep. I'm over there staring at him like this.
Good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you were saying like for her birthday, that's what she was asking you for your birthday. Would you go? You text her?
Right.
You wouldn't try to call her?
Huh?
You really believe that she wouldn't answer your phone call?
I mean, it's happened. You know, let me tell you, when kids get older, they actually
Call her right now.
not
That's what I was gonna say.
No, she's not gonna answer now.
But why wouldn't she answer?
I mean, because everybody knows we am going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why wouldn't she just say, like, you really believe she wouldn't answer you?
Nah,
Like, because you've said all these things. Like, she knows you love her, right? You said that. Last episode we did.
You know what?
Do you think do you think she does it now?
She's 25. Hold on, this is Ashley. She just landed. I just sent you that address, baby. You got it.
Live.
I just sent you the address
with
just
the
now.
Dancer Project. Boom, boom, boom.
Everybody in this motherfucker.
I mean,
Yo, Kelvin, tell your people, is that on Instagram?
No, that's Facebook.
Tell your people on Facebook to join the YouTube stream. Everybody, if you're watching on Facebook, head over to the YouTube screen and please do me a favor. Press the like button.
Share.
Press the share button.
Dancer Project
Comment.
on YouTube.
Like button.
Love everybody.
Share button. Like button. Right now, I want that like button just like pop, 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 pop. I need that button hit right now. We do not move. We do not move forward without it.
More fire.
More fire. So again, just tap the like button. As soon as you go on, pop, 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 hit that like button. Are they pressing the like button, Landon? Okay, good. Keep pressing that shit. That's what we do.
Shout out to Landon, man, for making us
So I'm dead ass serious about that. Why wouldn't she answer you?
I mean,
you said 25 years old.
No, I'm just saying she's older now, so she's gonna make her own decisions.
But here goes what I'm getting at. Do you think? And this is just as a new dad talking. All right, that's what I'm gonna call myself now. Kelvin labeled it as a new dad. Are you making an excuse to not call her?
No, hell no.
Because you alluded in that interview on TMZ last night that aired today.
Right.
You alluded a few times that nope, I'm gonna text her. Nope, I'm gonna text her. Nope, I'm gonna text her. It sounds like you don't want to call her.
No, the thing is, if he calls her on a podcast or something, it's gonna come off like it's not gonna come off good for her. She's like,
no,
I'm
just
she's not with that. She's not with that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Coi ain't with that. That's one thing. Like I would never do that anyways. She's She's just so private with. It's not even private because she puts out everything out on the internet when it comes to us. I'm just saying I don't want to do that. My thing is like I never wanted all this. Like I never knew in a million years that it'd be all negative situations between me and Coi.
That was me that said that.
In the internet and in the world. I didn't know this shit was coming, man.
You said a lot in your initial response,
crazy.
though. You said a lot in your initial response. Outside of all this fame stuff, outside of the celebrity and being known and everything being out for everybody to see, You said it. She's 25 years old.
Right.
This is a daughter. Okay. So she's coming into her own light. She's coming into her own world. Outside of celebrity. She's still figuring out who she is. There's a situation right now I can speak on. My father and my sister don't have the best relationship. If he calls her, she might not pick up. But guess what you can't ignore? A motherfucking text. So you know what? I'm gonna send that to you. You get it when you get it, baby.
That's
and
true.
hit me when
That's
you get
true
back.
shit.
Because as
they're gonna read it.
I'm not a father. I'm the only one in the room that's not a father. So I don't fully understand the full gravity of it.
I'm a new dad.
But,
It's just-
but you got it. You got it.
I
like it.
daughters.
I like it.
Kel's got daughters. I mean, listen,
Uh-huh.
like I said before, daughters are
I got a son.
they're very complex.
Absolutely.
They're very
Yeah.
complex, and
Especially to their fathers.
you got to understand, this just isn't about a celebrity thing. Like, it's regular daughters who get older, and they don't want. Okay,
They got to figure it out for
no,
themselves.
it's
man.
not just that though. How they moving, they don't want to show that to their father.
Mm-mm.
It might be different with their mother. Daughters and mothers are
Right,
different.
right.
You know, mothers go get that girl, and girl. You know what I mean,
The womanhood.
Is that
The
girl,
womanhood.
girl?
So you know,
Shout out Ness.
daughters move different. They don't want to show certain things to their father the way
Their
they
father.
moving out there. And I don't want to see them.
Right.
But
Right.
now,
Yeah, hell yeah.
now social media.
You got what?
Good-
Okay,
yeah.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not gonna bring all that shit around you.
Emotionally, they're different from boys. For sure.
But I'm saying she's gonna want to get like especially if the father's strict, like I would consider myself. She's gonna want to get far away, not as far as to diss you, but I can't be me around him. I can't smoke. I can't
Right.
party. I can't talk to boys.
Right.
I can't because a father's not gonna be with none of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
None of
not to the extreme where it's like, but there's not too much shit like a father's just gonna be with the daughter and the way she has her fun and hangs out. Okay, a mother is different. People just gotta understand. I mean, come on, this is ABCs, man.
Let me tell y'all some shit.
It's
real quick, right?
obvious.
All right.
So my daughter, my second oldest daughter, she's
Uh-huh.
17. I had her on Facebook, and I used to check her posts all the time because I'm the strict parent too, right?
You gotta
So,
censor. You gotta.
I used to be on her ass like, yo, don't post shit
It's a
like
little
that.
crazy.
Don't
Why
do
you-
this. Yo, who the fuck is this kid on your shit commenting and da.
Tongue emojis and,
then-
shit.
Good luck
Yeah,
with that.
and then after a while, I remember I went back to check her shit. I'm like,
I can't see nothing.
I ain't seen a post. Last post you put up was 3 months ago. I'm like, I know you've been posting on Facebook, so I checked from someone else's page. She put all of her posts to where I can't see
No,
them.
you can't see it.
So I was just about to show y'all, and she deleted me. I'm not, yo,
yeah.
I just realized right
They
now,
want their
Oh,
privacy,
wow.
man.
They want their
They
privacy, yo.
man.
Right.
right now
Right.
on live,
Right.
that my daughter deleted me
Man,
from
right.
her
You
Facebook.
gotta realize,
Right.
and
And
I'm
I
not
know
saying,
you was like, damn, to yourself.
Just
like,
right
what the
now,
fuck?
I'm like, oh shit, that's how you going.
you gotta realize, and I'm not saying you don't realize this. Sometimes they need to understand that you do. It's just you feel how you feel because you're a man at the end of the day. But they're coming into womanhood, and it's new to them too.
Yeah,
And they don't fully understand it. They don't fully understand it enough that they're comfortable presenting it to the most person, to the main person in all this world that they should ever be worried about their persona, their image, their perception, their father,
yeah.
their dad. You
Without
know what
a
I'm
doubt.
saying? Like,
yeah.
like you said, it's different woman to woman, mother to daughter, because they got that womanhood. They share that. There's things that we simply cannot relate because that's not us. That's not our world. We never been through that. We never experienced that.
Right.
That's normal. That's natural.
Right.
But there comes a time and point also where it comes full circle where they need to understand, listen, I'm just looking out for your best interest. It's not because
I think my daughters understand that.
Uh-huh.
I think they want to do shit that they know I'm not gonna be jacking. I
Right.
think that's really what it is.
Right.
I think it's like my daughters know. I'm the parent that spoke to my daughters about sex. I'm the one. My daughter's mother. I got my two oldest daughters with the same mother.
Uh-huh.
She's a great mother, a great provider.
Word.
She's not very good talking to the kids.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? So I had to have some uncomfortable conversations. Not because she didn't want to
Yeah,
do it,
man.
but because she probably felt I'd be better at it.
right.
You know what I mean?
Guaranteed,
Right.
guaranteed everybody's going through this
Oh
shit.
no, well yeah, we go through it.
1,000.
For real, man.
A
Because
1,000.
look at again, it's what I can't watch my daughter twerking a thong on her Insta. I can't watch
Nah,
that.
that's wild.
You
I ain't
see,
gonna front.
and you
I
gotta
can't
remember,
do that.
and you gotta remember, we never had to before the internet.
Mm.
So how
Word.
So,
Right.
It's
we
hard for
never
me, and you
had
come from a
to.
even
Like,
older era.
Yeah. Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was
And
going to
it's tough
say
for
earlier.
me. It'd be tough for me. Shit. I see my daughter when
well,
she
is
go
it
out to
easy
the
for
club.
younger? So I mean, as a younger guy, would you guys be able to just watch your daughter twerk with a thong on?
Never.
No.
Never.
I don't think no one ever would be all right with that.
See, but this is the dilemma I'm in then. So it's like, you know, how do I follow my daughter? How do I support my daughter if I'm not
like Adrian just said right now? I'm going through it with mine. I just deleted all her social media accounts, all that.
She's gonna now see. Now what's gonna happen is she's gonna rebel hard now.
That's what happened to me.
And then that you got to be careful of them just running off now, because the more you reel them in strictly, the more they're like, oh no, fuck this, because all their friends are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get up out of here.
Now it's got to be some leeway.
Yeah,
and that's my boy. He's a great dad.
Yeah,
it's got to be a little bit of leeway. It's got to be a little bit of acceptance of it, because, like you said, if not, they're gonna rebel. They gonna do it regardless.
Right.
My daughter had so many Snapchat accounts. My oldest daughter, she's 19 now. She got her own crib, car, job. She's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. I love her. I love all my kids equally. My kids are fucking amazing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Bliss.
Yes.
My 19-year-old was my biggest headache.
Shout out to Guy on that box, and I saw that video too.
Yeah. My son's that guy too.
Because she was your first one, and it's the first time you try to experience this as a father to make these type of decisions.
Yeah. I was all right being the bad parent, the strict parent, though. It's cool.
So let me
somebody
ask
had to play the role.
You said you got a couple, right? What's the biggest gap between the 19 and the
19, 17, my son's 13 and my youngest daughter's 7.
So how would you describe the difference between when you first raised that first baby girl to the last daughter?
Yeah.
I'm sure you learned a few tricks of the trade.
I learned so much, and it's like one thing that I say now through my experiences, like I try to tell my kids, 25 or better when you even consider having children.
I be telling them 30.
30 ideally. 30 ideally.
Say 30, we fall on 25, we good.
30 is actually what I would prefer.
Right.
You know, people from our generation and like my peers for some reason used to be like, you know, and I heard you mention something like this the other day too, Miguel. Like, oh, you know, when my son's 20 years old, I'm gonna be this age.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right, because if you had a daughter, you'd probably wish you were older when you had your daughter.
Right.
It's different with your son. It's a different type of relationship. With your daughter, like,
exactly.
I'm a much better father now. I was very irresponsible when I had my first daughter and my second, but luckily I had my mother and their grandmother from their mother's side who will hold us down.
Thank God.
But I used to get all type of props about how much of a good dad I was, but looking back now, I wasn't the greatest dad.
But you know what though? Wait a minute.
In comparison to who I am.
But don't beat yourself down.
In comparison.
But don't beat yourself down. In comparison to nothing. Look, we grow up a certain way. So the way we grow up to be a good dad is a good dad. Like if it's much easier to be a great dad if you're having way money come in, you have this big, you know what I'm saying? If you're financially stable, if you're established, of course. But just because you wasn't, like, street niggas have to understand, you know, that we do things different, but it's no different as far as how we love our kids, and it's how we're trying to raise our kids. You know, when I say that, is the only thing that's going to be different is the time, because we hustlers, we out there getting money. We're not going to be able to spend as much time as we would if we were more financially with this 9 to 5, or there'll be a more organized situation. It's not like that in the hood.
Yeah.
It just ain't. So within a dysfunctional situation, we make the best we can, man. And we got to stop beating ourselves down and apologizing for who the fuck we are, bro.
That's a fact. But you know, when you have kids
she knew who you
17,
was. Listen, if a woman's going to lay down with you, she knew who you was when she was laying down with you.
No, and my baby mother appreciates who I am.
You know
like she bigs me up as a parent. I've always been there. But I'm just so much more mature and patient.
Yes.
You know what else is
today.
something that happens? Something else that happens is something else that I experienced with my sister as well that we also agree upon. There's something that happened, and I spoke on this before. Coming of age, I'm only 31 years old now, right? Coming of age, I had the opportunity to re-meet my parents as an adult.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So all the shit that I used to cry about when I was 13, 12, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way down. The shit that I used to control, complain about why we have to do. I realize now as a man, as an adult, that shit was for a reason. Oh, y'all did love me. Oh, y'all did the best y'all could. Oh, y'all were still growing.
Chris,
y'all were still growing up.
I like Chris.
No, because another thing you got to realize too is we're having kids at older ages now. Most of our parents were probably 18, 20, 21.
Now, my mother had me. She had me late. She had me late.
Yeah,
she had me late. Yeah.
My daughter watched me grow up too.
But that's
You know
what
what
I'm saying.
saying?
Like it's your life too.
Yeah, now
I
check
was
this
all
out.
learning.
I was
We all
27. I was 27 when I had my
so
first.
you wasn't, but you was living a wild life.
But I'm be honest with you.
You was
I'll
a
be honest with you.
millionaire at 27.
No, not yet. No, not yet.
No?
That it was kind of in my 30s. Like, but I was still gangbanging at 27, running around wild. Now, I could say that at 27, if I would have had kids at 21, 22, my whole trajectory probably would have changed.
Word.
It was the fact that even though I was doing, I was hustling street shit. You're like, thank you. Even though I was doing street shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still, managed to fucking try to be responsible and, have my own spot, whatever. But man, like, if I would have had a fucking kid, then everything would have changed. Like, it's not, when you have a kid and you're in the streets in early, 21, 20, I could just imagine.
I was 17.
That's not, man, bro, I'm telling you,
It's tough.
that's not easy, bro.
Tough, man.
That changes your life forever almost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Absolutely
You
forever.
can't do what you want to do because you got to,
Got these obligations.
So
got
from
these-
27,
I didn't
I didn't have no
upstate.
kid
I
responsibility.
dropped out of college
Word.
because I was like, I'm not doing enough. I gotta
get this
Yeah,
really
that's
get
just
to it.
money.
Yeah.
I was already hustling, but I always did well in school.
Uh-huh.
I got accepted to Buff State. I went to Buff State. I said, man, fuck this shit.
Uh-huh.
Because your baby mother get to talking, man, I need this. I said, man, fuck it. But like I said, my daughter, what I was gonna say was this, right? This is what you probably need, because this what happened, because you said you get to re-meet your parents again at a certain age. Me and my daughter weren't seeing eye to eye for a while because she was doing things I didn't agree of, like how you had mentioned to us before. Right. They want to start smoking weed, and you're like, man, I'm not all right with that, and they want to do certain things and shit. And my daughter's she's a good kid, but it took for me. I said, you know what? I don't care if we ain't seeing eye to eye. I did a little family trip to Puerto Rico last year. When my daughter, I got to kick with my daughter, and I seen her smoke and drink, and I'm like, you know what? She's not doing it excessively.
Yeah,
I guess I have no. She's 19 years old. She was 18 at the time. I said, you're gonna do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to smoke. I said, fuck it, I'm all right with it.
That's how I was.
We had that vacation, and since then our relationship has been amazing.
Yeah.
We have an understanding now. I'm like, all right, this is what you're gonna do, and you got your own shit, and you working, and you providing for yourself.
Yeah.
It's only what the fuck can I tell you?
True.
So look, just I want to be around for the advice and the guidance.
Right.
And our relationship has been great since then.
They come back around, man.
Yeah.
They gonna resent you when that starting around 13. When they start thinking they know shit.
Yeah.
They gonna resent you, but I promise if you're doing right by your kids and you're doing the best you can with the knowledge that you have at that time, because we all learning on this same string of time, they're gonna come back around and they're gonna appreciate you doing all that you could do with what you had and with what you knew at that time.
That's a fact.
That'll be a good
Hold on. What do you got?
I want to say something. It's not so much that you're a bad parent.
Right.
It's so much the bad influences that the kids have to deal with.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a
Especially
good point.
today.
That's a good point. That's a good
The
point.
influences that they have from
That's a great
parents
point.
that don't teach their kids the right way. See,
Right.
now projects on our
You got to
kids.
deal with that.
And then now you got to deal with that
Right.
because they're growing. They're in the receptive stage.
Right.
They're receiving. They're like sponges. They're receiving. See, when you get to your intellectual stage, that's when you come back around. And you say, I understand why.
That's
they're
facts.
like that.
Or you
That's
have
right.
kids of your own,
That's
and
right.
you like,
So
oh,
the influence,
my bad.
is where it's at. When they're flicking through TikTok and they're flicking through all this social media,
Yeah.
that's influencing them, right? To live a certain way, or in order to be beautiful, you got to be this, or in order to be brave, or
Unrealistic
look,
standards,
This is
like-
what it got to look like.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Saying,
It's
nah,
tough.
you're right.
It's tough being
You're
a
right.
kid today.
You're right. You know something. You're right.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's real shit.
But
you
yo,
just said.
to switch it to something else, why was you crying on that video, my brother?
Man, you know what? I get emotional, man.
I'm an emotional guy
Yeah,
too.
and I cry. I'm a crier. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah,
been
me
through-
too.
I guess I've been
You
through
a Cancer?
I'm a Cancer.
Get the fuck out of here.
19. Man, I told you that before.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
See,
It's gonna
we
pop
cry
up. It's gonna-
babies.
We need a button. We need a button.
Yo,
Yo,
no,
it's
I'm
a real
not.
thing.
Bro,
I'm a crybaby.
You're a Cancer too.
I'm a crybaby.
Bro.
Yo, I'm
Bro.
openly
But I'm
a crybaby.
gonna be honest. Like, I try to get a little sympathy from the police and not get locked up.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I got into a fight. I got into a fight back in the day. It's real shit.
I got one
That's how
too,
real what he said is. It just popped up immediately, that memory of my life, which is a dope memory. I get into a fight. Again, we're getting jumped. I think I'm the motherfucking man because they all surround me. I was always a stocky little dude. I'm thinking like I'm surrounded. Like they're gonna jump me and I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
Okay.
But I'm like, I'm gonna do the like at least the flex off. I'm like, come on, motherfucker, let's go. Let's go. And I'm screaming. So they ran away from me.
Yeah.
And yo, I felt so ill. No, wait, time out. I felt ill. I'm the illest motherfucker on earth at that point, right? And so cops pull up everywhere. And I'm like, oh shit. Damn, this fight was that crazy? You know what I mean? It was. We were getting jumped like a motherfucker. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, what the fuck is going on? So cop, I'm hard-headed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a hard-headed person. Cop pulls a gun out on me. Get down. And I was like, fuck you. So now I'm mad because I'm like, why they pulling a gun out on me? I ain't do nothing. I just flexed off. Now you're gonna put the gun down because I'm gonna scream at you too.
Wow.
I'm a Superman.
Again, you
right?
double down.
So they're screaming, da da da, going. Gun in my face. I'm not going down. Period. I'm not getting down. I'm angry. They're like, get down on your knees. Out down on the ground. Like, fuck you. Right? They said, who has the gun? My boy goes, I do. Man, I hit the ground so quick. I was like, you got a gun? Whoa. I didn't know. So I never flexed. And they ran. They heard a gunshot.
That's crazy.
Oh, so
it wasn't me.
He manipulated the situation, yo.
I didn't know. So now I'm in the back of the car. Here goes where it ties in. Now I'm in the back of the cop car. My boy walks through smooth as a motherfucker. He goes, pretend like you're crying. So I'm like, oh, come on, man. Let me go. I didn't do anything. I still went to jail.
It didn't work.
Yeah,
me too.
But still, they calmed the fuck down on me, though, because it was bad. It was bad because now I'm the one sitting there like, you know what I mean? Fuck you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know.
Listen, when they,
you know what I mean?
Listen, when they,
I'll never forget that shit.
When they took me to the thing, all that crying was over with, man. Book, what's your name? Bring me to my fucking cell.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck all y'all. Fuck everybody. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. Like,
yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, that's a tough situation.
I mean, listen, yeah, it was a tough situation. I mean,
he said those are real tears.
Because
he said he was crying.
Because that was my ex. You know what I'm saying? At that time, and it was just like, damn, like, you know, like, how could you do this to me type shit.
What'd she do, though?
I mean, she was with another nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real.
So you pulled up and she was with another dude, and that's why you spazzed?
Yeah.
You were in the crib, right?
Yeah, we had just been together a week before that.
Yeah.
That's the exclusive that nobody knows.
So now,
damn, there we go. Exclusive shit at the Dancing Project only.
By the way, though, you know, at the end of the day, it's like,
what's up, Susie?
The way I look at it is, you know, that was a two-year-old tape. You know what I'm saying?
So grab that shit. That's all
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me and my ex, we probably listen. It's been a couple of years that we hooked up. We haven't hooked up since then, and the time we hooked up, and then it was 2 years before. So we probably hooked up once or twice in like 5 years. You know, I have a new relationship now. I'm happy.
No,
with
yeah,
Ashley,
of course.
Very happy with her. Look at listen, I'm a man. You know what I mean?
And you did say you're engaged.
Was hurt, and yeah, I'm gonna marry her. Fucking right. Why
that's
not?
What's up.
I've never been married. I want to taste it, man. I want to see. What is it? Which one is it? Which one?
That one left hand.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so, right?
Yeah, I think it's
sure.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Landon, which one is it?
Yeah, look, Landon said
left hand. Okay, all right. So I want to get married. I want to see how that is, man. And you know, because at the end of the day, man, listen, man, my life's been crazy, and you know, with women, just as crazy. So I would like to know how it feels to be in union with one woman, married, all that, you know, for better or for worse. I want to get emotional. I'm gonna cry at the fucking wedding. Like,
I think I'm gonna cry too.
You ain't seen nothing. Like
I cried at my brother's wedding. I cried.
Oh man, congratulations.
19 years? How old are you?
Yeah.
Not like you've been married for 19 years.
Nice.
Oh, okay, so I'm about to be 42.
So you got married young.
Started young. I would have said 35. Wow. So yeah, about this.
So one thing you gotta know is this: look, forever's not here. People talk about,
okay.
Oh, you get married forever. Forever's not here.
He said forever's not here.
Is 80 years if you're lucky.
If you're super lucky.
If you're lucky, right? I'm already half my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
2 principles that I tell people. If you want to have a long marriage or a long relationship, and in fact, the number 1 cause of separation in a relationship is selfishness. Is one person selfish to say when we say I love you, we're saying we're saying I love you because the way you make me feel, or I love you because what you do for me. So when you're not doing for me or making me feel, this can't work. That's not love. That's conditional love. Unconditional love says you don't owe me nothing, and I don't owe you nothing but to love you with genuine compassion.
That's rare.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a rare.
So the 2 principles that I teach or tell people that are wanting to get married or in a relationship is learn how to say I'm sorry and learn how to say I forgive you. If you live on those 2 principles, you're gonna make mistakes. Both people gonna make mistakes. Yeah. And it's gonna take one selfless person to feed the other person's selfishness to keep that relationship together.
Wow.
Preach. I'm just saying, man.
Preach.
That's how you know. That's how you know he was married for 19 years.
And that's how you know.
Right,
that's how you know they'll
Salute.
be together until death do them part.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
I mean, you know, true love is amazing when it happens. You know, it's just you know, sustaining it
and finding the right one too. Because
hey, Dan, you get my
and make sure you get all of the jizz out before you know what I mean. You got to get all of the fucks out before you settle down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a whole lot of fucks to get out. I got them all out. I'm ready to go.
Have you been married before?
No, I haven't. But I'm gonna marry. Me and my girl will be getting married.
Not yet.
Chris, you ain't been married?
Not yet.
None of us been married.
I'll be married. I'll be married.
Well, these
she
two
deserves it. I want to be married.
That's how you know.
Well, tell her right now, like you be telling me. Tell her right now.
Right now.
Right now. This is what Kelly
Hold on,
doing.
let's
I
get
want
the
you looking
close-up.
at right now.
I'm looking right into the camera. Margarita Medina, I'm gonna marry you one day.
Whoa!
Let's go.
She knows this.
There we go. That's a beautiful thing.
She knows it. I just gotta make the ring. And like
oh, that's a different swag though.
I made
I
one
make
before.
the ring.
I made her one. I got down on my knee in Miami Beach and proposed, and she said yes.
Okay,
but then
that's
you
the promise
fucked it up.
joint.
I didn't fuck it up. We both fucked it up.
Okay.
You know, but it was necessary.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And we're much
But
better
y'all
today
still-
because
y'all
of both
still
of our
here.
fuck ups.
Let me say this, because I see, like, I look through the comments and shit, and I be paying attention to what people be saying. By the way, if you want to ask him a question directly, you got to do that through super chats.
Yeah,
And he will address your question directly.
How do they do that?
How do they do that? Tap the dollar sign. You got to pay for that.
Got to
shit.
be on YouTube,
It's,
right?
it's cheap. It's like $1 or some shit. But tap the dollar sign. You could ask him a question directly, and he'll answer your question directly. But let me say this: Kelvin and I had a conversation about Benzino, the Zeester.
Yeah.
And one thing that I feel like I'm good with people.
Okay, I'll send it.
I got a great understanding of people. If there was ever a gift that God has given me, it's people. I'm good with people.
Yeah.
Like I know a good person when I see one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I
You're
feel
a good person. So good people.
yeah, good people.
know
There
what
you
they
go.
say, good
Boom.
people, you know.
You know what I mean? So
Come on.
So when we first kicked it with Benzino, now I'm thinking like, well, we don't know where the first time, I don't know where the interview is gonna go. I just know it ended up so much doper. We chilled the whole next day together. You know what I mean? We hit the gym. We went out to go eat. We're smoking. We're talking music, life. You know what I mean? He congratulated me on having my baby boy and shit.
Yeah,
like
nah, that
right?
shit is.
We're talking.
I
damn
know
near,
what that is.
Yeah.
That's dope for you, bro. I'm
I
happy
appreciate
as
you.
hell.
We're
for
talking
you,
damn near every day, right? Like we're just kicking it, talking shit. Da da da. And Kelvin and I had a conversation. It's like, yo, this motherfucker like is they got shit confused out there. They paint him for a guy that he isn't. But when you see him in real life and you really get to know him, all that shit that you hear on the internet, it's like, oh, okay. That it's twisted. Right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, of course.
And it's like
I appreciate that, man. I need, you know what? I needed that because, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, the internet can put you in a dark place if you're not strong. I'm too strong for that because I can always go out to the streets. So it's like that's a place where a lot of these people can't go. So I get love out there. You know what I'm saying? So, all that bullshit that be on there. And it just goes to show you that they can manipulate it. Like, people really thought that I got locked up that day. People really thought that these videos was, and I'm saying,
people were sending me that shit.
Like, bro, like the real TV.
I became like Benzino's spokesperson. Everybody sent me the fucking video. And they're like, yo, he just got arrested. Check out your boy. He was just on
the real TV. The real TV is supposed to be they got producers and reputable type of TV show, right?
Yeah.
They're reporting it like it happened yesterday. Like, they did a whole segment with a professional, and she's like, they have to feel dumb as fuck right now.
Man.
Like,
it's a pile-on.
They have to feel crazy right now. Like,
it's a pile-on.
It's like, for instance, you're reading a book of quotes from me, right? And it says all Canadians are dumb. So you go back and tell him, hey, T thinks all Canadians are dumb. But had you read the verse above it and below, it says the fact that people think all Canadians are dumb.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what they did with the Coi Leray shit.
That's perfect.
Yep.
Semantics.
You know what I'm saying?
The semantics.
That's the media right there for you.
That's real shit.
You know,
brother.
one thing
That's a
I can say
perfect
for
example.
sure. Like, I had my man Hustle Russell, shout out to him and his brand. He called me, he said, yo, man, what's up with your guy, man? It's going crazy on the internet. They talking all this gay shit and all of this other shit. I said, I don't believe it. I said, one thing about Benzino I could say, if Benzino was fucking with a transgender, he wouldn't give a fuck.
You would have heard some nasty ass shit on that phone conversation. You would have, man, listen, you would have heard shit that, man, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, like a girl had leaked when I did get locked up. This other chick had leaked a tape conversation of me talking nasty to her. I remember, and it made TMZ, and that shit was nasty as fuck. Like, so what makes you think
if
that
I was really
fucking with a trend, I wouldn't be like.
Shout out to the nasty bastards in the room.
Yeah,
I'm a nasty bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I like to talk nasty. I like to, role play, all that shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm a dad. Yeah,
but nasty.
I was licking her butt cheeks.
While he's licking the butt cheeks, I'll be licking the bunghole.
Yeah. Oh wait, listen. Somebody just paid to ask you a question. Do you honestly feel like this is important? Do you honestly feel like you pursue your daughter as a father should?
Pursue.
I think I saw him say something earlier saying like I think I saw
the wording right.
Yeah.
That's probably
Word.
No, I know what he's trying to say. To go there it's like, again, you cannot make a person want to come on, you guys got.
You can't force it.
Come on.
You can't force it.
You can't lead a person to drink the water. You can bring them to the lake. If they don't want to drink the water, it's on them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
My thing when Coi, when you know this, when your daughters are young, you're their hero. They love you, and you could do no wrong. They hit a certain age, and shit changes. And it doesn't necessarily have to change for the bad, but like I say, as a father, they know they can't be the same around like they around their mother.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, man.
Check
you
what
know
he
what I mean?
said though. Look, he said she pushes you away. Do you still pursue her?
You know what? That's a great question, because I was and now it's, I mean, there's only so much pushing that you can, sometimes you're gonna push a motherfucker and you ain't gonna be able to come back.
You gotta give them their space.
You know what I'm saying?
Process.
Right.
Yeah. So, I sit back. She's doing so well right now. She's so busy, man. I'm not even. And look, even with all this controversy, I know she's like, but she has to understand that her father was famous, been famous for a long time.
Right.
I've been in this game for a long time, and I've been famous for great things and famous for not so great things.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that I'm in the culture. It's not like go sit back in the rocking chair and go, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not in me to do that. And if I was like that, she wouldn't be the way she was. She gets her tenacity and her motivation and that spunk. She gets it from me, period. I'm going to take that because that's how I am. She's relentless when it comes to that. So, I'm just, again, I say it again. Coi, like, I couldn't be more proud because as a father, you take the pressure off of me, man. Like, she's taking the pressure off of me, whereas that she's handling her own shit, taking care of her mother. Like, the pressure is off of me now. Like, how big is that? And I salute her. I love her for that. And then, and I had put out a couple of tweets today, like, yo, how the fuck can y'all think y'all could tell me, like, have some type of opinion about my daughter? Like, y'all are just meeting her.
I wish people see how you talk about her.
Yeah. I've known her whole life. I raised her. I love her. I've done everything. Like, what do you, like, how can you have, he and she, and like, you don't know her, you don't know me, and sure, you're seeing us through the social media, but you do not nobody unless you get a chance to touch and meet them. Miguel, Kels, these guys are Chris. These guys are great fucking guys in real life because I have a chance to meet them. You know what I'm saying? Again, the social media is becoming. This is the only way that you're being social. If you're not being social in real life, then your perceptions are gonna be fucked up.
Right.
I'm telling you, your assumptions and your perceptions, bro. It's the truth. Word.
Right?
Word.
Yeah.
They're disconnected.
When you look at it, look, the reality is this.
Yeah, it's got.
It's going to take time, and hopefully it's not when you leave this earth that she realizes
She gonna snap out of it.
Damn, if I could have, should have, like my sisters did. Look, just a few weeks ago, my best friend died the day before my dad died. So I just buried them a few weeks ago.
My
Found
condolences.
a dead body at my job, and a few days later, two more friends died. So 5 deaths in the last few weeks. So my pops went. That was the first thing that ran through my mind, through my sister's mind. They didn't talk to my dad. We're talking about my sisters.
Understand.
They didn't talk to my dad because they had some beef with my pops. You know what I'm saying? But then when my pops died, they were there at the funeral. You know what I'm saying? And like, Dad, forgive me. You know, I forgive you. I just want you to know.
All the things I wish I could have said.
Don't wait for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
we're too busy being dictated by feelings, emotions, social media.
Yeah, but it's
other
easy.
people's
It's
perspectives.
easy to say that, but it's like when you're going through it, the people are stubborn. People have their own ways. Listen, it's rough out here, and you know it's not the same like it was years ago where we could get together and kumbaya. Right now, you know, social media runs shit, and you know, I listen. If me and Coi was to ever get on the same page and even and do shit together, do you know how crazy that would be? Like, because right now, you know what I mean? You know how nuts that would be? Like, it would be bananas, but she's hell-bent on, you know, I want to do my shit. You know what I'm saying? And
I think that's something
you
that's
played it
huge.
back.
I think that is exactly who she is. And I think she's said that very clear many a times. She's so hell-bent on doing this shit on her own that she doesn't want that connection. You know what I mean?
Well,
she wants the connection, but she doesn't want people to feel
well,
like
the connection, right?
Yeah.
And also the connection's there because, you know, no more parties. The whole algorithm was about her disrespecting me.
Word.
I mean, it's a good song, but you know what I'm saying? It was a great story that, oh my God, Coi finally, you know, all the people that wanted to disrespect me finally got that through my daughter. And that's why I was upset.
Bro, that's just hurt and pain. That's all that it is.
It is, yeah.
That's all that is. I'm gonna tell you that now. Because the day that you go, that girl gonna be weeping and crying.
1,000.
She gonna go through it.
Yeah, but I don't want to wait till
I
shouldn't have to wait till that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
you know, I'm here right now. I ain't going nowhere. So
you know what else it is though? And again, this is something that I've witnessed myself between my own father and my sister. It's like when you touch a clan, what do? They close up. And so it's like the more you push the agenda, the more you want to be there for them. And it's all out of love. And the more I want to try to support you and, hey, I'm here for you. The more I try to do that, the more they're like, hey, okay, but I got it. Even when they don't, but they think they do. And so you kind of just got to know when to pull back. And and unfortunately, you got to kind of let them take a bump on the chin and say, okay, this is what I was trying to tell you about. I didn't want you to have to go through that. That's what I was trying to save you for. And that's what I mean by saying they always come back around, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen full circle. If you keep doing what you're supposed to do, like I said, the best you can with the knowledge that you have at the time that you're doing it, nobody can hold nothing against you. At the end of the day, we all got 100% to give. People say, give it 110. No, nigga, I really only got 100. 110 is make-believe. 100 is all I got. And at the end of the day, if I know I gave it 100%, that's all I have to give. That's all I have to give. So I don't have to feel bad about that.
That's right. You can be proud of it.
Now, if I stopped at 85%,
then you can have a
then we could
conscience.
argue, and you could tell me you should have put in 15 more. You should have tried it that low.
But you can't. One thing you can't do though is hinder your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing, you know, you got to be able to. There's certain things that you just have to be able to block out in order to still create greatness in your life.
Yeah.
And, you know, and certain distractions, man, especially with family or certain things, they will fuck you up if you let them. They will haunt you. So you just have to, like, don't beat yourself up, bro. My dad would always say, Raymond, stop beating yourself up.
Gotta zoom out.
Yeah, man, don't beat yourself up, man. You did everything for everybody, man. Worry about you. You know what I'm saying? Worry about you. So-and-so's going to be all right. They're going to be all right. You worry about you. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you're, you know, always into it or wondering if this or that, then, you know what I mean? Then you'll never be able to focus on being great. When you beat yourself down as a person, you never reach your full potential of greatness and of success, honestly.
Right.
As a man thinking, so is he.
For real.
Humanity is a byproduct of thoughts.
Of thoughts, that's it.
Here. If you look at everything in here, even the chair you're sitting on is a manifestation of somebody's thoughts.
Right.
Everything in here, the clothes you're wearing, we're actually wearing people's thoughts.
It's your mindset.
I'm holding somebody's thought in my hand.
Right. It's a
the
mindset.
reality is that humanity is a byproduct of thinking.
Right.
Change your thinking, everything changes. The good book says, as a man thinketh, so is he.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
So that's the reality.
Fire.
The reality is
that's the reality.
What you think.
And
I like this guy. I like this guy.
That's real shit.
Over here.
Yeah.
I can see some things.
Hell yeah.
I think very deeply.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Deeply, I think.
Listen, I was talking to somebody the other day. They said they were going through a bunch of shit, and they didn't think they were gonna go into work the next day. It was so tough. And I was like, why don't you change the way you word that and say, had a rough day, but don't worry. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to kill it.
Let's go.
I was like, because I was like, it always seems like the way you speak about life is always like, oh, my kid did this. It's tough. I don't know if I'm going to recover.
Well,
It's always like, and I'm a
happens to
huge
be
believer in
victim.
the law of attraction, the secret.
Right.
I mean, the first suit I ever had, I had the
Universe.
secret inscribed in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's actually when my life changed. Was when I watched that documentary. I could say that that's the most pivotal moment of my life.
Secret.
Right? And it was just because I was like, you know what? I am gonna do great things.
Right.
And I've never since that day, a good friend of mine, Marco, and I watched that
Shout out to
documentary,
Marco.
and we never looked back since that day. It was always about, okay, well, if you just like in the documentary shows, like you stub your toe in the morning.
Right.
Oh, fuck. Right? You let that thought go in, then every other thought becomes pretty shitty. So now you spilled something on your shirt. Oh, I'm having such a
Snowball.
shitty day. But
Snowball.
if you didn't
When I
think
stub my
about the
toe,
first
I'd
two
be like,
things, then when you're caught in traffic after, it could really mount up. Or you could say today's going to be a great day regardless. So as you progress through that day, and you're not allowing those things, because if you say this was shitty, this was shitty, this was shitty, then you're just gonna accept that that day is gonna be shitty. I'll never accept it.
Accept that as
You know
truth.
what I mean?
I've
Never.
learned to attach something positive to every negative thought. So if you say this always happens to me,
Yes.
stop saying that. What you do is say this always happens to me, but today it ends, and I'm going to create a new. You always, for every negative saying or every negative thought that you profess with your mouth, it's always attach something positive to it.
Right.
And the more you practice that and it becomes second nature, you no longer go through that full day of dealing with the shit. Be like, damn, today just sucks.
Right. Or like
you just profess today sucks.
Right.
Or your day is going to suck.
Or the power of yet. So it's like, man, I don't got the money that I'm trying to get.
So I know you'd be like, man, fuck that bitch. Man, but today really is a nice day though.
Yeah.
Close.
So we got somebody else.
At least I'm fly as fuck. All right, fuck it. Just keep it rolling.
That guy, he's got some truth in his cup. I seen like 3 people say.
Man, listen, I'm gonna say this. There's a blue pill and a red pill. You ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm the guy that'll wake you up from your sleep.
Come on.
That's who I am.
Come on.
Right?
Morpheus.
I'm gonna take you into truth. I'm gonna take you deeper into the
What do you
rabbit
do?
hole. And I always, what's that?
What do you do?
Well, I'm a video producer. I'm with Celebrity
Okay,
Boxing.
yeah.
Multimedia.
I'm also a partner in a vodka company called C-Note Vodka.
Okay.
We do. We do a lot of
He loves vodka.
businesses.
There we go.
But for the most
Bring it
part,
over here so they can promote.
Yeah, I would love to be
I'm
one
not
of the.
this earth. I'm not of this world. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Right? None of us are. If you think about it, you're not a body that lives in a spirit. You're a spirit that lives in a body that has a mind. Right? Because when you look at somebody in a coffin, they're no longer there. Where are they?
I'm from Four Corners, and believe me,
Man,
maybe
I'm saying too much, man.
Nah, hell yeah.
Never.
But who are you? How can they follow you?
I'm T, man. Miami Cam Squad. That's
At Miami Cam Squad
_ Miami Cam Squad.
So official
_
Miami Cam Squad
on Instagram. Yeah,
all right, cool. Make sure you follow that guy.
That's dope.
Damn, that shit was dope. Bingus just paid for another question. Like I said, the super chats is where it's at. That's where you could actually holler at him, right?
Shout out to Bingus. Let's go.
He said he's kind of touching in what he was saying earlier. He's a cop out to say she okay. He said 5 calls from dad, 5 missed calls from dad means more than a love you text. You can't leave the relationship up to her. She's just a kid, man.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Too.
You know, again, and I appreciate that, but you know, you'd have to go through everything that I've been through with the situation. You can't, again, everybody, it's real easy to judge. You know what I'm saying? But until you actually go through and you just can't go through the situation of a year ago, of 2 years ago. This is a situation, of course, that takes place with me and the mother. You know, and
True.
so it's a lot of variables that I've went through this that nobody knows, and it's and to y'all's credit, it's not like you should know. So you know what I mean? It's not like you know. So I'm not saying you don't know, but I don't. You know.
Yeah, you're not saying like, oh, I hope you go through it and shit like that.
Exactly. So you know, it's a lot of variables. You know what I'm saying? Like everything what you guys are saying is the right thing to say, the right way to think, but not always the righteous path is available to a person that's been over these bumpy roads. You know
Life ain't perfect, man. Life is not perfect. That's
absolutely.
Sure.
You know, I mean, listen, man, I appreciate my brothers and because I could talk to them, I can relate with them, and they've been through stuff that is relatable. So that's why when I do this podcast, it's dope because, you know,
talking to some real motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, I mean, because y'all are hitting on things that maybe y'all have went through, or maybe y'all can understand. So it's like it makes it more relatable.
Right.
It doesn't feel like it's just an interview. It's a conversation.
Real
with
shit.
Guys who have been through the same shit.
Yeah,
it's always good to
going
talk with somebody
time,
who's been through some of the shit. You know what I'm saying? The fatherhood shit. Even you open up about the communication with transgenders. I mean, that is dope, bro. Like I needed to hear that. I need to hear that. So I appreciate y'all.
Man, I appreciate you for coming through. We're coming up to midnight.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Man,
I gotta go
real,
take
man.
care of my baby boy.
He's the best.
You know what I mean?
He's the best. I ain't gonna front. Not just saying this, man. Like a lot of guys I deal with, and believe me, he's right at the tops as far as accommodations, making sure that everything is right with you. Like he really is at the tops. And I've been in this business over 40 years, and he really is a great guy. Professionalism unmatched. And like I said, if you ever get to do business with him, just, you know what I'm saying, he's going to make sure that you are straight. And believe me, I've been in situations where motherfuckers do not give a fuck. A lot, for real. No, 50% of the motherfuckers that book you and do shit, they don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I recognize that, man. And, you know, shit, I really, not just the business side of it, but just the personal side. I appreciate you.
Appreciate that, man. You said a lot, man. Appreciate that.
Man, this been a great interview. So you already know what it is. Make sure you tune into the Dancer Project. What IG?
And I'll be here once
Make sure
a
you
month.
hit that like. Yeah,
how about that?
There you go. I'm gonna hold you to that, just so you know.
Shit,
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Fucking right.
Listen, make sure you hit that like button.
I was gonna say I'm coming to that fight, baby.
Oh, tomorrow we're gonna be at Hollywood, the strip club. What was it? What's it called? Yeah, Playhouse.
Right,
okay,
right
Playhouse tomorrow, and then Friday I think I'm just be on the look. I'm booking for another one, so we all gonna be hanging out.
Yeah,
y'all come out, man. Pop something, smoke something, man, and let's celebrate my guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, for real, man.
You know, Flav's gonna be at it. So that's the IG that they could follow you at, right? Benzino is
the real IG. Benzino _ legend.
Okay. And we're definitely gonna put in some. We're definitely gonna put in a fight to get that I am Benzino.
Report I am Benzino. Report it. Let people know it's not him, and hopefully he can get taken down. But I'm starting to think that it's somebody on Instagram who got that fucking.
Yeah, because they got that shit
poking the fire.
And he been doing
when
they
take it out. Usually you can't get it back. Somehow they got that shit back, and they started posting on it.
That's crazy.
That's good.
You know what though? They say any publicity was a good.
You know what it is though. If you leave it for long enough, somebody probably took the name and shit like that too.
Shit, yeah,
all right, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, make sure you hit that like button when you do watch this. Press that share button. 50 Cent, you've been called out.
Let's all do this at one. Let's all do this at once.
No. It's for the boys.
Hey, happy 420,
Somebody
y'all.
did that. I don't know who it was.
Happy 420.
Y'all
Y'all smoke up.